Hello and welcome. Today we've got Marina Carew, and today we are going to be discussing how Big Pharma are making a lot of profit from obesity. They want us obese, they want to kill us, they want us making them rich with their solution, which is medicine, which is making us even more ill. And also, this is about how there's 90% of the food is ultra high processed in the Middle East. We've got 63% of it in the US, and again 50% in the UK. Now, just before we begin, you can subscribe to my Instagram channel at nicholas.veniamin, where you can follow all my daily newsreels. Marina, thank you so much for joining me. How are you, and what have you been up to?
I'm really well, thank you, Nicholas. I've been to Germany for a while, which was fun. Went to Berlin, Munich, and Bad Nauheim, where Elvis Presley was. And then I've been back and I've been learning about ultra high processed foods, and because I was looking into how they affect the oral cavity. And it's actually, the research that I'm doing is quite shocking. People have no idea what they're putting in their mouths, what they're putting on their skin, and how it's affecting us weight-wise, health-wise. So that's what I'd like to talk a bit about today, and maybe some solutions of how we can help ourselves to get better, because it's all about us taking power and doing it ourselves. We can't rely on other people, but the only way we can do that is educate ourselves, which is what I'm trying to do. So whatever I say, it's my opinion, it's things that I've looked up, and your viewers would need to do their own research. But hopefully I'm going to guide them where to go and have a look. So
interesting. So why don't you tell us what has shocked you the most when finding what they're doing with our foods?
Well, I was born in 1960, and we had a lot of good food. And then I remember the time when they brought out the Teflon non-stick frying pans and the pans, and their wonderful invention, and margarine was supposed to be really brilliant for you. And over the years, I've realised all those things are quite toxic. And when I've been researching about oral health, because we know that oral health seems to have gone on the decline. We're supposed to be, having, I don't know, they lead us to believe that we're supposed to be healthier because things are being diagnosed more quickly. But actually, gum disease is probably worse than ever before. I'm seeing a lot of not seeing because I'm not a dentist anymore, I'm retired, but I'm hearing about children at very young ages having lots of tooth decay. And I'm thinking to myself, why is this happening? So I started to look into things. And one of the big problems that we have is PFAs, which are, I can never remember how to pronounce it, perfluoroalkaloids or something like that, sorry. And they are in plastics, they're in non-stick coatings, they're called forever chemicals, so they're very, very difficult to get rid of. And they are causing problems with obesity. They're causing problems with our bodies, really. So you're getting all these chemical toxins. They're altering our endocrine system, so our hormones are being affected. And it's just so detrimental to our health. And all these things are found in plastics, so plastic bottles, plastic containers, milk bottles for babies. They're also in I was really surprised to find when I went to buy a waterproof jacket, I found one that said PFA free. And I thought, I never realised that they had them in jackets. Anyway, so what I'm realising is that we are living in a world where there are just so many toxins everywhere, and our bodies can't cope with it. And so our bodies are suffering. Our oral health is suffering. We're suffering. So we need to be drinking plenty of clean water. And I would say, go and do your research with the tap water in the UK and probably in America as well. And you will find that most of it has got PFAs in. So you need to be drinking clean water.
No, of
reverse course. Osmosis. Sorry.
Yeah. No, sorry. No. I was going to say something, but please.
Yeah. Reverse osmosis is good. I have a water distiller. I remineralize it with clean slate. But you can do it with Celtic sea salt. That's what my dogs get. I then restructure it. Water is really vital for helping getting rid of toxins. And with the there is a new term that I found called obesogens. Have you ever heard of obesogens?
No.
They're toxins that apparently make you obese.
So you're saying that they put these toxins in our food, because as you were saying that, I was writing down 1950s, because when I see really old videos of the 1950s and 1940s and 30s, people are walking around in the streets and they're all slim. There's no obesity. And they're definitely putting something in our food that's causing us to get fat, causing us to have diabetes and to be ill. And also, I want to say, now that I'm on this topic and we're on this topic, is that you mentioned that now the world has got better, or Big Pharma has got better, because they're telling us that they're able to diagnose more illnesses. Well, maybe it suits them. Maybe this, it's a trick for us to gain confidence and trust with them, that they know how to diagnose us, but they give us the solution is not great, and they're making us more ill. So they're finding more diseases, and we think, wow, we're really going far in life because there's more diseases, and we can diagnose so many diseases. Wow, we've come really far. This is like the trap.
We've got a drug for it, and just so happens we've got a drug for it. So when you're absolutely right. That's one thing. You look at all the 1950s film stars. If anybody goes back and has a look at the old videos, they all had beautiful teeth, and they didn't have the dentistry we had these days. They all had lovely figures. The women had small waists. There wasn't the obesity around, and it isn't because people are eating more. I was involved in a social media conversation with people saying, "Oh, just eat less and exercise more." It's not that simple. You need to have good sleep. You need to get rid of the toxins. You need to, protect yourself from the radiation. But it's not just in the food. They're putting it in the water. They're putting it in the air. All the mattresses and the soft furnishings you get have all got fire retardants, which have all got these forever chemicals in them. So you're inhaling them. Then you've got the clothing with them in. Then you've got some of the dental materials have got them in. So, we are being bombarded from every angle with all of these forever chemicals. And the worst thing, I think last night I was listening to a podcast, and the worst thing that upset me the most was all of this. If you're a pregnant woman, you're passing all of these forever chemicals to your baby. And the most shocking thing is, I knew that we have all a certain number of fat cells, and it's the fat cells that swell in the inflammation that cause us to be obese. But apparently they say we have a certain number of fat cells. A baby that's developing in the womb, if it's subjected to these forever chemicals, it makes them produce more of these fat cells. So when they're born, they have more of these fat cells. And so they're going to grow up being obese. How is that right? I mean, so I just so much believe now, and I've only believed this in the last 3 years, that we should be detoxing all the time. And, I just think we need to clear our bodies every day, drink clean water, try and eat as cleanly as possible, which isn't always easy. Buy organic if you can. If you can't, there are ways you can look up on the internet on how you might be able to help get rid of some of the chemicals in the fruit and veg that you buy. We just got to do the best we can. And if you can find some good detox products, I use the root ones. I find them the best. They've really worked for me and my family. Then, that's what you need to be doing every day. And the other thing about obesity is I carry a lot of fat around my middle. And one of the things that Dr. Christina Rahm has brought out is a new capsule called Sculpt, because everyone at the moment, not everybody, but lots of people at the moment who are concerned about their health, their weight, are going and buying that injection, Ozempic.
Right.
But it has loads of side effects.
Like what? And what side effects do they have?
Can cause kidney problems. It can cause liver problems. It can cause you to have low blood sugar. It's a pharmaceutical. But what's happened is, people want to lose weight because they want to look good. And that's fair enough. But they're spending money getting this injection, which is actually long-term could do the harm. It's a pharmaceutical. So we're just feeding the pharmaceutical industry in another way. They've got another way to get us. So Dr. Ram's brought out these capsules, which do something similar, but using all natural ingredients. And in fact, I can tell you what they are. I can't remember them all because Gymnesia sylvestre, which apparently is sourced in India and Africa, countries like that. And that is being used to help help the body resist diabetes, so for insulin resistance. And then there's ginger root, white kidney bean, valerian root, which is really interesting that she's used that, because a lot of people overeat when they're feeling depressed or they're feeling low. They go and raid the biscuit tin. Again, this is partly because of the ultra processed foods and all the things that they put in there, because they've put things in the food that has altered our taste buds on our tongue, so we crave more sweet things.
And especially when we're feeling down.
Absolutely. So if you have something with the valerian root, will help with your mood, and it will help you feel less likely to want to go and raid the biscuit tin. And then there's a compound called InnoSlim, which is a few things together, and that helps against you absorbing carbohydrates and sugars. And all of these are natural products that just help you to stave off food cravings. I've been taking one capsule a day for just over 2 weeks, and I've lost 2 kilos without trying, without changing anything. I do have to remind myself to eat because I don't particularly want to eat. And I am a sugar fiend. I have to say I am a chocolate fiend. I love chocolate. But even that, my cravings have gone down. So I think that's a brilliant solution for anybody who wants to not lose weight so much, but, take care of their bodies.
Yeah, and this is all natural, you're saying. So it's actually, does it detox your body as well, not wanting you to have those cravings?
Well, it does. Some of the ingredients do stop you from wanting to have the sugar cravings, and also, and also helping with your mood, so that you're not craving sugars when you're feeling down. So we've got. I mean, I've seen a lady who's put some pictures on Facebook. Absolutely incredible. German lady, been taking it 14 days, lost 4.5 kilos.
That's a lot of that's a lot of weight there. And she's done nothing, just taking.
Sorry, go on.
She's not changed her diet. She's only basically continued how she feels.
Yeah, but she feels a lot better and she looks amazing. If I had her permission, I could, I could ask her permission to post it, but she's on Facebook and absolutely incredible.
Would she like to, do you think we could ask her kindly if she'd like to do a show with us so we could talk about it?
Well, she's German, so I don't know if she speaks English, but I could ask.
Okay.
I could ask.
Okay. Or she could present some before and after pictures.
Yes, I will ask. But the thing is, it's not just about weight loss. It's about getting healthier, because if you are insulin resistant or you've got diabetes, then that affects your oral health as well, which is what I'm interested in, because my whole career has been about dentistry and oral health. And I am just so shocked at what I'm seeing. And with the little children who have all these PFAs in them, they are more susceptible to tooth decay. They've done studies in West Virginia University. So anybody that's got small children, anybody that's pregnant, you really need to be looking at how you can get rid of those forever chemicals in your bodies, because they are very difficult to get rid of, but it is not impossible.
Right. Interesting. So I really like this. What is it called? So if I go on the website, what do I look for to get this?
It's called Sculpt, but what I can do is give you a link to it. It's called Sculpt. And actually, you could probably get a picture of Dr. Christina Rahm. We've got 2 photos of her. When I saw her in Germany, I couldn't believe how tiny she looked. She had a cinched-in waist with a belt. She'd been taking 1 capsule a day. I take 1 capsule a day. The maximum you should take is 2. The German lady, she's been taking 2, but she was obviously a lot bigger. But I just take 1 a day. And Dr. Rahm, someone posted two pictures of her, one in 2023 and one taken in Germany. And the difference is phenomenal.
Wow. I really want to take it because one, it's natural. I like it. I struggle to, because I love my food. I'm like you, I'm a chocoholic and I train every day. I'm on a very strict diet. And once a week, I try to eat what I want. And even then, I find it very difficult. If someone telling me that I can lose weight naturally because it detoxes me at the same time, this is something that I really need to invest in. This is great stuff. I really like it. So thank
But
you.
it's for your health as well. So not only for your weight, but just to get your health. It isn't really marketed as a weight loss product. It is there to support weight loss, weight management, because we're not allowed to say, oh, it makes you lose weight.
The reason why it causes the side effect is for you to lose weight. Let's call it a side effect then. Then it's because it's detoxing your body to a degree where it's allowing all your functions in your body to work the way it was supposed to work, like it did back in the 1920s when everybody was slim.
Yes, and Christina talks about this. And she did a 1 hour what should we call it? A Zoom. It's on YouTube. She did a YouTube video. And she talks about this, about how we're trying to reset your body to be able to do what it's supposed to do all those years ago.
Great,
so,
Marina.
To get you as healthy as possible, get your metabolism working properly. Because the other interesting thing I found out, not from Dr. Christina, but from one of the podcasts, is that our mitochondria are not working as well because of all these toxins that we have. And our body temperature has dropped. I can't remember whether it was 1 degree or 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit. It's dropped. So that means our bodies aren't functioning as well as they should be. So why is that happening? It's all the toxins.
No, it's so interesting, of course. Well, we need to do another show on this, a part 2, I think. This is really good stuff. But Marina, thank you so much for sharing everything with us today. It's been a great honor to have you, like always. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the viewers before we finish?
Just drink lots of clean water, do your own research, and you can ask me any questions you like. I sometimes am a bit slow answering because I have loads of stuff to do, but I will eventually get back to you, I promise.
That's fine. I will leave the link below so people can get it now. They can look into it and educate themselves. But thank you very much, Marina. We'll speak again very soon. You take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.